Huge W for Xbox. And let me explain why. Removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. That means less middle managers, less Karens, less random oversight.
What's going on, dudes? It's your boy Andy Matrix, and today we are going to react and comment on some the Xbox layoffs. Some of the employees that got laid off, and basically what gamers have to say about the the Xbox Microsoft layoffs. So this is a pretty big deal because Microsoft, they've been laying off tens of thousands of people already, and they try to make it seem like everything is okay. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And they just released the, their handheld gaming PC, the Xbox ROG Ally. Right. So let's see what's going on. All right, let's go get started with our first video.
Microsoft, what are we doing? 9,000 employees. Employees for some of the most popular franchises. They fired Call of Duty employees. I thought they were making a generational comeback. I genuinely did. They announced the handheld. They were testing Steam on consoles for future releases so we could possibly get Steam on Xbox consoles. And then they fire every single game developer. What are we?
Yeah, it's very strange. I agree, it's very strange because they, like I said, they just released their their handheld gaming PC. But one of the things that I've heard is that the Xbox Game Pass is not doing very well, and I guess it's been losing money. So I guess Xbox in general has not been doing well. And I guess some people were expecting it to, make a comeback, and it's just not. It really isn't. All right, let's see.
Oh no, Xbox is laying people off. Bro, I'm not about to get on here and be fake mad about that shit. One thing I know for sure is being a game consumer for the better part of my 40 years is that some of the best gaming content, some of the best consoles, some of the best video games we've ever experienced have come from niggas that got laid off. I'm actually looking forward to how these niggas land on their feet. Yeah, it sucks for them for the moment, but somebody gonna scoop them up and they're gonna have jobs in a little bit. If not, they're gonna create their own studios and come out with something classic that we're gonna be talking about 20 years from now. So everybody calm down, quit being all mad at Microsoft. Microsoft is a major corporation, and guess what major corporations do on a regular basis? They lay people off. Just kind of how it goes. It's part of the game. The developers knew that was part of the game. They know the risk and the ups and downs of their field way better than y'all do. So y'all getting on the internet being all fucking outraged and they're gonna boycott Microsoft. No, you're not.
I agree with him. Yeah, some of the best gaming titles out there do come from indie gamers that left big corporations like Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft. Actually, remember that Expedition 33, Clair Obscur, was, the gaming studio was created from people that left Ubisoft. So ex-Ubisoft employees went on to create Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. So think about that.
They laid off an additional 9,000 employees this week. So if you're watching this and you just lost your job, welcome to the club. The tech job market has been terrible for years, and it's continuing to get worse because these companies are only caring about money and not supporting the people who have been literally making them who they are. Losing your job is scary, and this job market is scary, but honestly, I've never been happier since losing my job at Microsoft because I honestly didn't realize how much it was driving up my anxiety and depression. Even though I haven't been able to find a job in over a year, and I'm giving up my independence in Seattle and moving to a whole different state to move in with my dad, I've still been able to pursue the things I've always wanted to do, like be creative and make content. I would have never made a leap of faith like this, so I'm kind of glad I was forced to pursue my passions. My life isn't worth wasting in a place where I'm not supported and bringing me down constantly, and now I feel like I'm free and I can finally breathe. Don't be afraid to let yourself heal and stay away from.
Yeah, so this guy got laid off from Microsoft Xbox specifically, and looks like now he's actually doing pretty well. And yeah, it's like you said, they're laying off people that literally made them who they are, who built all the things. But you got to remember that at the end of the day, when you get hired, whatever you build for that company, it belongs to the company. You are hired help. And this is one of the reasons why I honestly have detached from any employer I have ever worked for. Like, I am really not passionate about working for Google, working for Xbox, working for Microsoft, working for some big corporations. I don't know. I just don't look forward to working with any of them anytime, any soon. And I just don't care. Okay, because that's what they do. They chew you up and they spit you out when they don't need you anymore. So, yeah, take it from somebody that's within the, within the organization. All right,
Perfect
here we go.
example of how fucked up the current tech culture is. The head of Xbox just released on LinkedIn was like, "Oh, I'm sorry about this difficult time and having to lay off a bunch of you. So why don't you just use ChatGPT to help you manage your emotions and find another job?" How callous can you get? Like, that's ridiculous. I mean, like, laying off basically the population of a small town, like 15,000 people, almost 16,000 people over this just year to date, and then saying something like that, like, what planet do you people live on?
Yeah, so basically, like I said, they've laid off more than 10,000 people. They said 9,000 people, but like if you count the people from last year, 2024, it's really more than that. So he's right. It's about 15,000 people. That's the size of a small town that helped build Xbox and Microsoft. So yeah, companies only care about money. So do not be loyal to them.
Layoffs hit hard, and here are all of the games that were canceled, and there's one that no one is talking about. Xbox just can't catch a break with previously so many good news about their new console and backwards compatibility. They just had the biggest round of layoffs yet. They canceled 4 major game franchises and closed some studios. First, they canceled Perfect Dark and even closed The Initiative, which is terrible news, especially because this game looked really good and a great comeback for the franchise. Then they canceled Everwild, which is coming from Rare, and this was a very interesting and unique looking game that, based on early records, kind of had a Viva Pinata type gameplay, and that would have been amazing since that was a great game. Rare always has unique games, and they're a very talented studio, so definitely a big loss there. ZeniMax had to cancel their next big MMO after Elder Scrolls Online called Project Blackbird, and we got some details on what this would have been, and Phil Spencer even played this game and liked it, but it got cancelled anyways. This was a huge open world MMO inspired by Destiny, Blade Runner, and Horizon Zero Dawn, where it will be an alien planet called Soteria, where 5 alien syndicates have taken control. You'll play as a human who augment themselves called Revenants, and they have a neutral balance in the game, balancing themselves in the politics of these 5 alien races, who each have their own unique specialties. Traversal was going to be very cool with the grappling hook and a lot of verticality, so having similar to Spider-Man type web slinging, and you'll be able to climb and wall run any surface. This would have a deep RPG system with a full skill tree and various paths, which all sounds really cool. Finally, and this is a big one, a Turn 10 former employee says that the Forza Motorsport franchise has been closed forever, with only support for Forza Horizon going forward. Big loss.
Yeah, so they canceled a whole bunch of games, right? A total of 5 games, I think, in this list. Same thing happened with Hi-Fi Rush. Really great game. I streamed it here on this channel. Xbox, Microsoft just goes off and they close the studio of a game that was actually very successful. Makes no sense. So they buy up studios and then they close them. It's almost as if they're trying to get rid of the competition. What are they trying to do? Seriously.
Huge W.
It's always interesting to hear what Asmongold has to say. Let's hear it.
Huge W for Xbox. And let me explain why. Removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. That means less middle managers, less Karens, less random oversight, less bureaucracy. I'm telling you guys, after Elon buying Twitter, firing 80% of Twitter, and the website not changing, I don't think people put enough respect on how big of an impact that had.
Yeah. So
Huge.
Asmongold sees that as a good thing because it's good for Xbox, right? And I mean, from a gamer perspective, I guess yeah, you do want less Karens, you do want less of the DEI, you do want less of the rainbow stuff, you do want less of these things so that the studios and developers can just focus on creating a good game, remove the nonsense. But it's the leadership that's like messing things up. Like, why are you getting rid of 9,000 people? Like, they're not just getting rid of like developers, but they're also getting rid of like they're not just getting rid of like all the nonsense, the Karens and the DEI and the rainbow stuff. They're also getting rid of the good developers. You know what I mean? And something that corporations do is that they lay people off. So let's say you're making $100,000, they'll lay you off, and then they will rehire you. They'll say, "Hey, do you still want to work for us?" And you'll be like, "Yeah, yeah, sure." And then they'll tell you, "Oh, but now you gotta work. You gotta work for 60,000 instead of 100,000." That's been happening since last year. It's really messed up. All right, final video.
This morning at 8 a.m., I got a last-minute meeting invite titled Business Update with my whole team, my manager, my manager's manager, and someone from HR. So I think we're all about to be laid off.
As a result, your position on the web support team will be eliminated effective today, Monday, June 3rd, 2024. Please understand that this is a business decision to eliminate this role and your role specifically, as it reflects the change and the need for this service that Microsoft will be providing.
So I guess I'm a full-time influencer now. I've been working at Microsoft for the last 2.5 years, supporting the online store, and I'm also about to graduate with a bachelor's degree in digital marketing in 2 weeks. So this is definitely an interesting transition for me. This definitely isn't how I wanted to start Pride Month.
Man, this guy is like, yo, I have no idea what I'm gonna do next. He looks like, yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I just got laid off. I lost my job. Things are not looking good. Poor guy. Poor guy, man. But anyways, that's what's going on in the industry, guys. I thought I'd share this with you. Some reactions. I want to do more of these reactions. So, these TikTok reactions. Actually, hearing real people within the industry. Because there's people that work in Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, and they have a TikTok account. So I like to bring them on. If I can interview them, I like to bring them on, the show via reaction videos. And so yeah, let me know if you like these videos. Let me know if you like reactions. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Like this video. Share this video. Everybody, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. It's your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed, baby.